Activision really did not learn a single thing from Call of Slop 7, the greatest disaster in gaming history. Not just modern gaming history, but gaming history in general. Black Ops 7 undersold so unbelievably hard. Battlefield is a franchise again. Battlefield 5 even learned from its mistakes with their double, triple amputee vomit of war situation and completely threw it out the window for Battlefield 6. But Activision, on the other hand, are not learning anything. In the previous game, players were already like, I'm not gay enough to play this. And they didn't. I swear, at this point, we must be like 2 days away from Activision just putting out a tweet and saying, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And we all know how poorly that honestly ends. Wow, this is bad.
An endless cycle of rinse and repeat. That is just my overall opinion on Modern Warfare 4 and really the state of Call of Duty here in 2026. Same issues, same concerns, same skepticism, same hype. It just is the same thing. It's been that way for the last...
You know what's the most astonishing part about that? The knife assassination stealth down thing? It's not the fact that a woman would probably be too weak to actually insert the knife through armor. Or clothing. But it's the fact that there's actually like just a single stab and that's it. There's no fancy pantsy ninja bullshit or anything like that. That actually did surprise me a little bit.
Hype. It just is the same thing. It's been that way for the last number of years. Every single year Call of Duty tries to differentiate itself from the last previous installments and such, but it's just removing features and then bringing it back years later.
Smart.
And I think it's just, I've grown exhausted by that, and a lot of people in the Call of Duty community feel the same way. And it comes at a time in which the FPS genre is more competitive than ever, and also, I mean, Call of Duty is going to be going up against the behemoth of Grand Theft Auto 6 this fall. This is a fight that many developers do not want, and it comes at a time in which Call of Duty has some issues. The big issue is that it's not going to be on Game Pass. It had been there the last couple of years. They love to flaunt those player
Yeah, this is going to be a huge issue because, as we all know, Game Pass completely failed at making value from the Call of Duty thing, which I think is hilarious because anyone who takes 5 seconds to research this already knows that everyone who plays Call of Duty already has Game Pass for the vast portion of it. So the idea that new people are going to buy Game Pass because Call of Duty's on it, no, you just missed out on the Call of Duty sale. That's it. That's all you got by doing this. And this was blindingly obvious to pretty much anyone who's paying attention, except Activision. You know, the multi-billion-dollar company that hires people to research this for $200K a year, and they can't even spell their names at this point.
Numbers, that's not going to be there anymore. Now they're going to be relying on those $70 purchases, and I'm going to be very curious to see if people are willing to dish out that money at a time, again, in which a lot of families are probably going to be deciding between Grand Theft Auto 6, a game people have been waiting over a decade for, and just the yearly Call of Duty installment with Modern Warfare 4. If we're all being honest here, I think the choice...
I, by the way, absolutely love how every commentator pretty much is treating this situation the exact same way, as in, well, you're watching this video, you're poor, stupid, uneducated, and dumb without money, so you probably need to save 5 years, and now you need to pick between Call of Duty and GTA, because heavens knows you don't have enough money to buy both. This is pretty much the opinion of every single goddamn commentator who's talking about Call of Duty and GTA. Oh, you can't have both. You need to pick one because you're poor. Boys, listen. If you're poor, no judgment. Leave a comment down below. Tell us that you're poor and you cannot afford both games. Even you probably are watching this. You're not buying both games anyway. But, you know, leave in the comments, if you're actually struggling so much in life, there's no fucking way that you will be able to spend something like $160 for both games if you wanted. You know, that's not even coming in this month, okay? So you have time to save up for that, technically. Leave in the comments in case you're one of those people who probably can't breathe for themselves.
Is very obvious. But there is additional layers to this situation. It is also just the fact that Call of Duty's reputation has kind of gone down the toilet the last couple of years. A lot of that has to do with what happened with Black Ops 7 last year, the controversy associated with that launch, and the piss poor campaign.
Cat drama.
But also, Modern Warfare 2 and just the last couple of years of Call of Duty overall have not been going all that well, and the sentiment has not been very good. So that's why Infinity Ward coming back here with a new installment, trying to sell everybody that this is a new innovative experience, a must play, it just doesn't have that same ring.
I'm sorry, are they really trying to sell us Call of Duty by showing a woman of color being a game tester for this shit?
It just...
And then at least, well, that's actually Asian. But, a less woman of color doing the same? Bro, she's probably stuck in the menu! What are we doing? She's stuck in the menu! She can't find the fucking icon on the desktop! This is why Call of Duty failed.
Doesn't have that same ring. Like, I will give props to Infinity Ward in 2019 with MW. They brought the franchise back. It felt new, it felt fresh, and it kind of has faded off. Like when
the guy's fucking face. No, he sees the struggle on the desktop to launch the game, okay? This ain't no fucking Farmville.
And it kind of has faded off. Like when Microsoft spent its $70 billion to acquire Activision Blizzard King, they kind of sold a very promising future for Call of Duty, a future that has not played out at all under them. And it just feels like to me that the quality bar has been lowered so much that now people are just a-okay with the bare minimum. Now, outside of the heavy marketing with the reveal that happened just recently and the very active social media presence that Infinity Ward has conducted thus far, we did have a reveal at the Xbox Game Showcase, and I will say Call of Duty closing out these showcases will always bother me, but their big focus seems to be their new DMZ extraction mode. They are indeed trying to get in on that market. Not really surprising, the popularity of Arc
after the popularity of extraction shooters has severely faded.
Creators, it was just inevitable. Call of Duty always a little late to the party. Battle Royale infamously was pretty much the same story. It took them some time to get it right. But this new DMZ extraction mode comes at a time in which there is some skepticism on the health of the extraction genre. A lot of that has to do with what's happened with Bungie's Marathon, but I think my skepticism really lies with how they revealed it at the Xbox Game Showcase, because it is as bad as it gets. The fake voice chat thing, it was old years ago, people hated it, and for some reason Call of Duty decided to revive it in probably the worst way possible.
Stairs real quick. See if there's any weapons or gear laying around.
That's a negative. That's not why we're here.
I'm gonna be fine. It's only gonna take 2 seconds.
Psh, that's gonna be a negative. Your mom's got a fat ass. It's just beyond silly. It mentions player voices added, and then it acts like the voices are really there. It does not make any sense at all. I don't know. I mean, look,
Dude, that almost doesn't look bad, but you know that the game's not even close to what they just showed you there.
Screaming and all of like Saving Private Ryan-esque with the it does not make any sense.
You keep Private Ryan out of your mouth.
Their voice it's beyond silly. It's nonsensical, and it is hard to take something like this serious when it's going to be the generic Call of Duty experience. But they definitely made it out to be like this was some World War III type game mode, when we all know what to expect out of this. But hey, I'll give them props. They tried making this look a lot more appealing than what it actually will be, with the inevitable Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Hank.
It really feels like Call of Duty has pushed fake it till you make it mantra a little bit too long at this point.
Kill camos that'll come a couple of years down the line, which is it's inevitable. This is Call of Duty. They can give a promise one day, things change in a blink of an eye, especially when money comes into the equation and microtransactions and all of that. Quick side note though, we got some new merch on the website, obviously used weeks ago. Infinity Ward co-studio head boldly declared it shouldn't be about our egos, it should be about making the best modern warfare possible. Sure.
Yeah, that's the same thing I thought when we got the reveal of the woman that tells us how to do things. That's the same feeling I had.
I guess. Now, on the campaign front, because that is an area I actually do care about a little bit. I kind of like the Call of Duty campaigns over the years. Maybe I'm one of the few people that really do have a liking to it, but they have not been very good lately.
There have been a couple of decent ones. Not this, obviously, but there have been at least some decent ones.
Black Ops 7, notorious disaster. Modern Warfare 3 was a laughing stock. It should
Lamau, small hat.
just been DLC. Even Modern Warfare 2, massive disappointment. It's been like that for the last couple of years. Kate Onder, though, brings up a point about one of the big revelations about MW4. Absolutely hilarious to hear that Infinity Ward is dropping the Makarov storyline in MW4, almost certainly because it got fumbled so hard in MW3 and isn't worth carrying on with. It's for the best, genuinely, but pretty wild to hear what they're doing. Well, they're doing that. And I'm not going to go into spoilers, but yeah, Makarov is out and they're doing this modern Korean War thing. We'll see how it turns out. It's just hilarious that they built up Makarov for 3 games and they really...
Hey, Kim has Steam. We know that there exists one Steam account in Best Korea. He's probably excited, okay? If one thing there's at least one person who's pretty excited about this release, okay?
Realize they butchered it so badly that they just dropped it completely. And I should say, they're not dropping it completely. There is, I guess, a conclusion coming in the early part of the game, but it's no longer center focus. Just honestly bonkers to me. And they have said about the campaign, yeah, Price is going to be returning for a Call of Duty campaign that feels both blockbuster in scale and grounded in authenticity. I haven't really felt really strongly connected to a Call of Duty campaign since
Blockbuster but grounded. Okay, sure, yeah, that makes a lot of sense if you don't think about it.
probably Infinity Ward's what they did with Modern Warfare 2019. Since then, it's just been very boring and forgettable campaigns, and the war zonification has really hurt these campaigns, especially with what happened.
Wait, I love the Call of Duty fucking bullshit when you shoot a bullet in a wall and for some reason creates a giant cloud of dust every single time.
With the follow-up from Infinity Ward with Modern Warfare 2. I just hated the open-ended missions, the Warzone-ish feeling of walking around these maps. It just didn't feel like what Call of Duty should feel like. And it's not like these are extensive campaigns. They're only 3 to 4 hours long, and putting a little bit more effort, I feel like that should be a given with Call of Duty, but not quite has been the case the last couple of years. And look, this is kind of what I wanted from the Modern Warfare games. This is all I wanted. Modern Warfare, the original trilogy, wasn't this massive narrative.
This was pretty good, I remember. The campaign for this, if this is the one I'm thinking of, at least was good.
OS. It just had some really cool moments and really cool set pieces, and that has been lacking from these recent games. Not even just Modern Warfare, that can be said also with Black Ops. That's all I really wanted. The retaking of New York City from the Russians in Modern Warfare 3, peak Call of Duty, and they just have not been able to do any of that. Like, they tried doing the notorious no Russian mission in Modern Warfare 2, repeated it in the new Modern Warfare games, and that fell flat. Nobody even talks about it because it felt soulless. And that's kind of the way I feel about these new Modern Warfare, these new Call of Duty games, period. Now, ultimately, though, campaign is only a small part of the equation. Multiplayer is what most people, give a shit about.
True.
And yeah, they've shown off some of the
But that doesn't mean they don't care about a good campaign.
new movements in Modern Warfare 4, and as some people pointed out, awesome. Literally cannot tell the difference between Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, or this. What a load of garbage. And I don't know, I just feel like so many of these Call of Duty games, they just look so alike, and it all goes back to the fact that they are running again on that same engine, which it all really started around 2022, and I feel like it has done kind of a lasting damage to these sub-franchises, as they just don't feel distinctly different. Although it does feel like Modern Warfare 4, they're kind of at least doing some things to improve things. We'll talk about that more in a second. But yeah, we're going to be getting red dot on the minimap, map voting, updated movement, new mantle system, ledge hang, slide canceling, a theater mode, no bloom, 12 6v6 maps,
No bloom. Holy, that's progress.
plus gunfight and big war, classic prestige, classic perk system. I think ninja's also a perk this go around. Operator and streaks per loadout. And yeah, people are applauding these efforts, but it's like a lot of this stuff was staples of the Call of Duty franchise years ago, and it was removed for no reason. But they bring it back, and it's like create a problem, sell a solution with a new installment.
People get mad about this, but the reality is, guys, I've been saying this for a long time. It worked. They did it. Like, look at how long they literally fucking didn't just threw slop on the ground for you to eat, and it worked. They didn't even give you a fucking plate. They didn't need to. People still played all of the CODs, all of the bad shit. Just gotten stuff taken away, and then maybe, if lucky, re-added in later point. It's literally the Bethesda Field of View slider all over again. And it worked again. Why would they actually change anything if you're still playing the game? When you start to not play the game and you start to actually vote with your wallet, then there's an impact. That's when the impacts happen.
It's just what this franchise has become. And I'm sure there's going to be some aspect, some area in which they're going to piss people off with. But
I think I already found it. What the fuck is this Saint Floyd bullshit?
off with. But yeah, I mean, the one
And I mean, this is so clearly an ESG thing, by the way, because none of these locations make sense for something like this to exist or not actually get just blatantly vandalized. Like, everything's full of garbage, everything's this and that, but for some reason there's just this magical mural of a magical black woman. It makes no sense. This is pure ESG filth right there. It exists because of that. That's it. Like, look at how out of place it just feels.
to piss people off with. But yeah, I mean, the one thing I will give them props on is
Yeah,
that
like, look at the rest of the map. Look at the rest of the map. But no, there's this magical fucking mural right there.
they actually figured out that people care about a nice user interface and they don't want everything to look exactly the same. And the Gaming Revolution points out, it shows you how much Call of Duty has effed up their menu in recent years when this is one of the most liked Modern Warfare posts by Infinity Ward. Yeah, about 30,000 likes on that post showing it off. And I think it does look pretty good. And that does matter, in my opinion, to these Call of Duty experiences and making them feel and look different. But I think one of the biggest concerns with Modern Warfare 4, it's going to be the cheating front. And this is a revelation that came from an influencer who talked about how they confronted Infinity Ward about the cheating issue and the fact that they had, well, basically no answers for them.
Oh shit, boys. I just got a message. My blinds are ready. No more ghetto trash. Holy. We're moving up in life. Like the video so we can move up in life more.
Why didn't anyone question hacking situation for MW4? Bro, I'm telling you, we were in the meeting with Call of Duty, and somebody raised their hand and asked about Ricochet and why they keep getting shadow banned and like the whole ordeal of getting hacked on. They literally didn't answer, bro. They didn't answer that question. They said we won't talk about that right now. We'll talk about Team Ricochet will put out an announcement. Because I mean, there's really nothing to say. What are they gonna sit here and say? You know what I mean? It's either you stop the hackers or you don't, and obviously they can't.
The answer is you don't. Otherwise, you need to ban, people. People, he said, and then it's bad. Admittedly, I did fund the fake cat situation a lot, and it was a great time. Not gonna lie, some people are really stupid. So I kind of don't want them to ban cheaters. I want that to happen again because let's be real, that's probably the most fun you can get with Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Can't. So it's just like,
I think he summarizes my thoughts there towards the end. There's just
a man literally just texted me a smiling emoji, thumbs up, and handshake fucking thing on an SMS message because I said yes. Tomorrow is good for putting up the blinders. Wow, that is That is impressively disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, okay? If you're a man, do not do that. Do not do. You know, I'd rather have a fucking flimsy, weak ass pussy handshake than get a text like that. Jesus Christ. Wow. I feel bad now. What the hell is this?
They obviously are playing it's a losing battle, and they have no clear answer to stop this issue that has only gotten worse and worse over time. Their Ricochet, they really made a big example about that, and it has not stopped the cheating issue and the hacking issue going on with Call of Duty, and it's not going away. And them being mum on having any sort of answer for it, really not that surprising, but yeah, it is a valid concern that will continue probably for many years to come. But another area of concern is, yeah, it's the cosmetics, it's the microtransactions. And as
Hell
people have
yeah.
joked, we're keeping skins grounded for MW4, Modern Warfare 4 Season 1, and yeah, Planet of the
That would honestly be probably the most grounded they have ever done in the last 5 years.
Apes. We all know that there's going to be some wacky stuff. It's always, they will say one thing, and then down the line, a number of months later, they're going to go back on their word. I think that's the expectation, and they can say whatever they want, but money
The
talks.
only thing I'm surprised about is the fact that there's no trans character or something like that, right?
And yeah, specifically, Call of Duty Modern Warfare dev says keep the receipts amid commitment to grounded skins. Every aspect of Modern Warfare 4 is anchored in the game's narrative. Every feature, every decision needs to feel authentic to what Modern Warfare is, and that includes cosmetics and collabs. We're committed to keeping it grounded and transparent. We want to hear from you on what you'd like to see in our game. And it, you know, Call of Duty developers and not lying. That's just one of those things that doesn't, it happens so often. It's really hard to keep track of the amount of times they said one thing and then down the line things just change. That's what they say. Things.
I love how Call of Duty is, by the way, one of the best franchises when it just comes to promising clear lies and then breaking the clear lie promise. I love how they just do it constantly. And everyone's like, oh no, how could this happen? It's pretty funny, honestly, at this point. It's sad, but it is more funny than sad, honestly, considering you knew that this is gonna happen. You knew that this is gonna happen.
Changed, so really don't make much of these remarks that they're saying right now, but say what you will, they have responded to people with these critiques. Somebody saying screenshot this tweet to throw at their faces whenever they decide to toss in Lady Gaga, Omni-Man, or some other goofy collaboration in
Omni-Man, true big real based
the game. They said no Lady Gaga, no Omni-Man, no Teletubbies, no SpongeBob. Keep the
oh come on, Teletubbies would have actually been pretty good.
receipts. We'll see about that. Another area I will give props on, though, is that they are addressing issues that should have been addressed years ago.
Okay, no one cares if they're doing one thing amongst 15 bad things, okay? It is what it is. At the end of the day, we don't pat someone on the back for doing one thing out of 100 correctly. We call them an idiot. Remember, again, complain. Always complain about these things. This is how you fix the game. Criticism is good. Constructive criticism, completely not necessary. Just criticize them. As long as you keep doing that, it's gonna work. They're gonna cave in, and we're gonna win. That's how we need to handle these situations. It's simply that easy, honestly. Anyway, that was Legacy Kill HD, 10 out of 10. Bye!